Hello, gamers. We are back for the Pure Skill Weekly. I forgot how to click the button to start the game. Pill me, bird me. Just a blast from the past. 2-3 with stat upside. I say, who can say no to that? Let me be a Frozen geek. Actually, Anna's not considered a princess. She is considered the, what's the word? When you're not a royal, but you're a royal in waiting. Like if you are too young to be the king, but your father who was the king passed away. That's not even what Anna is in the story. So I apologize. How about some of that? I know the word. It's not, you know what? This is one that we can solve this problem for ourselves. Word for young king. Inexperienced king. Small king. Childish monarch. That is not what I meant. ChatGPT. Ruining Google with your stuffed search result. What is the name of a king who is too young yet to rule? A regent! That's right, a regency. Now, I mean, it's not exactly what I asked for, but in spirit it is. And it is kind of around Halloween. One of the great time for spirits. And for Spirit, the company as well. I'm probably the best time of year for Spirit Halloween, if I had to guess. I'm okay with our squad right now. I think hatching chick is like almost non-negotiable. The extra stats you get out of it are too much to ignore. Oh, that stings. That stings, bro. Turns out I don't know what I'm talking about. Alas, wouldn't be the first time. How about a second hatching chick? Forget a giraffe for now. I settle for this. Not really that meat-pilled. To be fair to you, I'm also not really that silk moth or fish-pilled or pillbug-pilled, I suppose, ironically. But, you know, at some point we gotta take some units that do so. We gotta take the units that appear in the shop right now. You know what I'm saying? Give me my level. Very happy to see that. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna take a crow, and I am gonna go 4 squatted. No, I'm not. I don't really love a giraffe. I saw the jerboa, by the way, and I said to the jerboa, next time. I said we don't need it right away. It's the strongest flea I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen the Red Hot Chili Peppers live in concert. That's a lie, by the way. I don't want you to lose respect for me. Now, I don't think this is like that much of an experience-focused weekly. That being said, my actions kind of betray what my thinking is in the process then. Now, you're giving permanent buffs. Of all these units, the best unit to give the buff to is the Silk Moth, but it doesn't need to go to level 3, because most units are getting one-tapped right now regardless. Please, I'm almost dead already. Bring me back, man! Okay. There's a way. I don't think the lion's gonna be it though, but if, okay, lion that gets buffed by silk moth, or sorry, the hatching chick. We don't buy a croissant. I would feed you a pear because your stats are multiplicative. Level 2 lion. I mean, if you got a garbage squad full of tier 1s and tier 2s, a lion is just the sensible option. I'm not saying it's going to pull us to 10, but it might allow us to stabilize for a minute here. So you're clearly gone. Level 2 lion. Could buy you temporarily. It's basically like buying a pair. Can't run any of these animals. And you know what? That's okay. I would keep you around as well. Now, here's the problem. You already know the problem. You don't need me to tell you the problem. But we've gated ourselves out of taking any of the tier 5 or tier 6 animals in the pack. Which means we need to figure out what it is that we do, quite frankly. And I think right now, sure, you are a scaler. There's merit to this. And then a melon could go a long way. And your stats, so we got to consider keeping you around. Certainly a carrot is interesting, but seeing how powerful scaling gets in the tier 5, tier 6 corridor this week, there's a part of me that thinks, I mean, you're not getting there with a carrot on like a hatching chick or something like that. You need something a little bit more productive, like a melon armor to basically turn you into 2 units, hopefully, unless they have a bat, but we're not going down that road, okay? Now, a 1/1 buff to 2 units twice per turn, we sleep on that. We need some stuff that's a little bit more advantageous. And honestly, I'm thrilled to see you keep buffing the lion, because if the lion gets reasonably close to 50-50, then in my world, there's no reason we can't forsake its active effect and just buy a tier 6 unit instead. Hang on, we hold. This was like our get out of jail free card, and it has helped us claw our way back into the game at least a little bit. You're gone. I understand what we're losing by taking this, and I support it. We are losing a lot of stats, but we're gaining them back eventually. Not quickly, but eventually. Doesn't really work. I know you're going to say, why not just put the melon on the lion? That is something, for sure. It's not nothing. The problem is, it doesn't deal with situations where our lion gets its equipment overridden at some point. So I think having the turtle is not that bad. I would rather have a buff turtle. I'm thinking. It's an interesting dilemma I've created for myself, but if possible, there is in theory, just keep you at the back for now, you're kind of washed. It's possible that this kind of scaling with a level 2 dragon, creating a big turtle, hopefully a level 2 turtle at some point, could create something kind of sick for us. But I mean, we don't have a whole lot of tolerance to work with here. But I'm proud of myself for taking the moment as it lay. You also need to respect the efficacy of 1 green pepper. You should take that because you don't buff yourself. Tier 1s, send them. Whether the plan works, I think we made the right plan. Whether or not the plan works, I should say. I think we made the right plan. It didn't work. Our plan was so messed up. Still, I think to drag ourselves from 1 to 6, it's not really what I wanted to get out of the ecosystem, but it could be worse. Problem with the bluebird, obviously, is that if it doesn't buff the duck, you're mad. But it did buff the duck. So can you imagine wearing metal pants? And I'm not talking about like some kind of busted metal too, like sodium, which isn't even a metal as far as I'm concerned. It's like a powder, I think, at room temperature. If I had to guess, maybe I'm just thinking of salt, but when am I not? I'm okay going down 1 here. Oh, I figured one of them would hit the duck at least. Hang on, we hold. We hold! I can't believe it. I'm talking about like aluminum foil pants. Strikes me as impractical for a variety of reasons. I'm a simple kind of man, let me tell you. It's true. I think one thing we could do is, if we take the flea, we can't take the hatching chick, and the hatching chick is very important. Okay, in that case, take hatching chick, but buff hatching chick. Take worm to buff hatching chick. We don't really need the duck to level. I think hero beetle is okay. I think penguin is okay because we're going to combine the birds at some point. Stop giving the stats to the most useless units you can, man. You got a 9/9 duck out there. You know who to target. If you got Randy Moss on your team, you throw him the ball. 2-cost apple makes me sick. Makes me want to throw up. Bat's kind of sick too. Sorry, Hero Beetle. You shouldn't have been frozen all that time. That's on me. Please. I can live with that. I think the hatching chick can stick until tier 5, tier 6, and oftentimes longer because I buff it enough that I can't afford to get rid of it. Important. I see the potential power of the rabbit here. Let's invest in that. And then we got exactly 2 remaining. Would you look at that? Still, like, that wasn't a huge force multiplier in terms of our overall power level, I think, but... And this bears that out. But I still think our team has good prospects moving forward. Permanent buffs are nice. At this point, you should probably be buffing a bat. And to be honest, maybe you should be buffing a turtle. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm selling this unit. I'm buying a turtle. We're investing in the turtle. We're investing further in the turtle. Normally, I don't go for the XP hatching chick. But it's been a while. And it is kind of interesting. It's an interesting way to play the game. That's a draw. That stings. That one hurts. Could have just done that and solved that problem. One of those, one of these. Don't really want... It's just a little too expensive for me to pay that much for experience right now. Let's keep this turtle popping. We're trying to be smarter, okay? We're getting extra value out of our foods, and we're buying foods like every time. So our rabbit, even though it's only level 1, and I would love it to be stronger than that, I think it's still doing a pretty darn good job. Honestly, this seems like the simplest round I've ever seen in my life. And I know I said I just wanted you to level up. I think I made a mistake there. I don't think we need you to level up. I think that train has sailed. Unfortunately, you missed your chance is another way of putting it. And look at that. We're at 5 wins with 4 life. Limited scaling, but we're working on it. We don't need a level 2 turtle that bad. We only have 1 good unit. We need level 2 bat goes crazy. And there's something to like about a gorilla, don't get me wrong. But I think it's time to take a stat injection. And then a green pepper on a turtle would go hard. Because it goes hard for a couple of reasons. It prevents... Oh, that's actually a spicy little meatball there, but we're okay. It prevents the turtle from getting the Stegosaurus buff, which is bizarrely good. We want it to go to the hatching chick so that the hatching chick can then have melon. And the green pepper is just good to begin with. Now, for being sincere with one another, the worm has overstayed his welcome. I think it's a good position to be in right now, but we are scaling too slow to have a realistic chance at 10. I could be wrong, and this would come across as sandbagging. We have 1 rounds early, which is also meaningful and hard to estimate the value of. You could just sell everything and run dragon, but that's kind of, you know, it's the way we've lived our life up to this point. Why not try mixing it up a little bit? I'll take that. T-Rex. I'm not selling a bat to get a T-Rex. We don't have 3 tier 5 or higher friends. You would be one of the friends, brother. You give a 2/2 buff permanently. Surely, even though the hatching chick was close to Graceland, surely we can get the efficacy out of a moose instead. My favorite Enrico Morricone song. Is that how it's pronounced? I really did my best on that one. Now, I expected to regress a little here, and that's okay. Not this much. Tier 1s, please. Also nice. I can afford to lose this one, even though I would rather not. We can't do anything with the chocolate. It'll get on frozen, probably. Now, the problem is we have this huge turtle, but then the turtle is giving a buff to units that, like, don't do anything with it because they have no stats. So So that's what we're trying to work our way out of right now. Just simmer on it. We don't need you. We don't need you. We really need the moose or the stegosaurus to level this turn. Come on. Come on. Nothing, huh? That stings. Roll me one more time. Once is never enough. Okay, would I sell a bat to get a level 2 moose? I think that it's a horrible decision to have placed ourselves in, but I think that you gotta make a choice at some point. We needed to get something out of that turn. The path we were on was not doing it for us. That feels miraculous that we were saved there. Now, tier 1s and immediately useful units. Bird of Paradise, I think, is a little too slow here. Not melon armor pill. 5, 5, 6, 4. Not good enough. Very nice. Stegosaurus chocolate, please. Stegosaurus chocolate. Stegosaurus chocolate. Sitting in the Eiffel Tower. You know what I'm saying? I am the walrus. No, that's fine. That's fine. No, we roll for another tier 1. It worked, kind of. We shouldn't have the Stegosaurus position 2 or 3. That's the big mistake here. The Stegosaurus should be position... in a position where it's giving a buff. Wow, that was bad. Because we need the unit that has melon armor from the turtle to get the buff. So we should set it up like this. Now, you're a 129. I feel like you're easily sellable, or we put a stake on you. And then, honestly, we can move you up to position 1. One of you is going to receive the buff from the Stegosaurus. Chocolate or Stegosaurus, please? None chocolate, left beef. Okay, we're rolling for more tier 1s. You're burning me up on this one like a Jonas Brothers song. I think we're in trouble. No, really? That's a problem. That one hurt because I felt like we had the world at our fingertips too. Like we won a lot early. But you know what? We're just having fun. Be a plump poet. Tying your happiness to victory is putting yourself on a hedonic treadmill that never ends. You know? You win, you get better, you win more often, it normalizes, you play better people, you win less often, you get depressed. We're not about that lifestyle, okay? Some of the time. Instead, we're having fun playing a game. The way that, got to imagine they intended, the gods at Atari intended when they originally invented the video game. It's an extension of the board game. Giraffe or baboon? Baboon gives 1-2, but giraffe 1-1, but much more easily distributed. Sell 2, then you'd have to buy these 2 units. I think this is the perfect time to divest and go in. Just trying to spitball here. Enjoy you put me on the second monitor probably to distract you from doing some menial work that you weren't really excited to do, and here I am doing the distraction, but I'm too good at it. Search your feelings, you know it to be true. Now you're watching the game and you're like, I'm not mad at the menial work anymore, I'm mad at the mistakes you're making. And that's a good thing, but it's a bad thing for me, so stop it. There's a yin and a yang, there's an Oro and a Boros, you know, we go around. And we go again. That's the important part of the philosophy. We go again. So I like our team right now. It's very simple to understand, easy to use, plug and play, ain't afraid of Y2K. We're going head empty stat scaling. 1-2 buff for 2 gold. It's like it's better than an apple. Okay, and it's worth 1 turn of giraffe. It's an interesting way of thinking about it. Let's go flee And then you're basically an apple that also maybe pays us stats later. The flea is only temporary, though. In all likelihood. Unless, I don't know, if we get it to level 2, maybe... Okay, big pill bug. I bet you didn't know the meta this week was big pill bug. I would roll this. Cucumber too slow. It might be too late to get a cassowary out there. But I'm going to try regardless. And then we're rolling for cassowary? Cassowary? No cassowary, huh? And you might balk a little bit at my lack of desire to get a level 2 giraffe. I think if you get it early, you're laughing all the way to the bank. If you commit to it late, the mathematic won't be correct at all times. That's all I'm going to say about that one. Just one man's opinion. And my opinions have not really... The perceived authority of my opinions has not been bolstered by my performances this week. Let's put it that way. I think you could try a polar bear. A backed up polar bear. Sell dragonfly. Sell bird. Run lioness polar bear. Get the most cracked shops of all time. Either way, well, we're talking about the future. Our present team is doing a good job. So Dragonfly is basically giving 2/2 per turn, which is pretty bad. I'd rather have you out here, but we got to find something to do with you. We got to freeze something we want to keep. None of these. What do you... It's a big buff. 4/4. Sheesh. 4/4 buff. There's something about, for now, just having a penguin in reserve. 4/4. 4/4 health before start of battle. The thing is, I'm putting it on the bird just because it's bizarre. Normally you give food to a pet that you're going to keep. I'm giving it to a pet that I think I'm going to sell because I don't want it to screw up any kind of like equipment-based shenanigans we get up to later with maybe like a husky. So you're a 6/8. Oh, hang on. This changes everything. I think this makes a lot of sense. You've got to go too. The thing I always struggle with the polar bear, and I think this is what makes it an interesting unit. Love that for you, King. Is that, like, if you buff a unit in the shop, when do you pull it out? I guess the answer is when it's buff enough, but that's like a variable answer, which makes it tough to tough to figure out. Okay, it's all falling apart. Or maybe when you get more of them. Like, you're not as good as you. A turtle popping off. We could even, like, sell the turtle. Or we could... I don't know. I gotta think about it. Everything's okay. Find a unit you like. Buffs are good. Understand the concept of a poodle. 4, 5, 6, 3, 1. I'll admit I'm not really sticking to a strat here. You give 2/2. I understand you're a 10/12. Having 2 poodles, I mean, this takes me back. This takes me back to the days of the pre-DLC Super Auto Pets where I feel like this squad scales you faster than anything else in the game. Oh, baby, hang on. Chocolate. Chocolate, please. I'm going to say that this is worth it. And then, I mean, you already know what happens next. I thought about dragon there because I always think about dragon. But I always think about moose as well. And the poodle's buffing everybody but himself. Little coconut armor. I gotta say, that's a smart hit, this coconut armor. You got me feeling pretty bad about myself, to be honest. What is the... what's the timing on this one? We have 5 wins. Embarrassing. Moose me up at the front. I would love to have you around. So, sure. And then we'll just roll for tier 1s. Sucks to lose the extra poodle. We couldn't have bought the Velociraptor regardless. Unless we sold something, which we're not willing to do. I still am like holding on to hope that this squad can get to 10. I think it's got all the pieces. It may not, but I think like we've got the engine, we got the chassis, we got everything the body needs right now. We don't need you. We could use you. We could use you, but in order to use you, we need another strawberry. That's gonna have to wait around. And now we're rolling for tier 1s. Can't take the moose, don't sweat it. One tier 1 is a slap in the face, and we're not getting any efficacy out of the level 2 Velociraptor yet, but that can change on a dime. That's bad. Let's go! The squad was custom built to beat us. We still squeaked it out. Strawberry. Tier 1s, strawberries, units you already have, aka chocolate. We go this first. Freeze 2 tier 1s. Units you already have. We're still not getting the value we need to get out of the Velociraptor. If there's a strawberry, we can't freeze it. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. We need one more strawberry for the Velociraptor to truly pop, but huge. The coconut gun that shoots in spurts wasn't enough. We get to 8. Okay. Hang on. Strawberry. Strawberry and tier 1s are the big ones here. Strawberry. Strawberry. Tier 1s. Strawberry. It's a slap in the face, man. Tier 1s at least. I chose the green pepper. That was like my fail-safe. It's like one of the engines flamed out during takeoff. We decided we could probably still fly to Cabo San Lucas, but you know what we said? We said, let's go do, what do they call it? A go-around? Let's do a go-around, come back to the airport, make sure everybody's okay. We don't need a level 3 Velociraptor. We're not even taking advantage of level 2 Velociraptor. Now we will. I don't know who gets the coconut armor, brother. You're doing some work. I guess you is better than green pepper. We just don't want anything to get overridden is the thing. I guess we'd rather have you up front in case there's like a flea up front. And then honestly, at this point, we got 2 tier 1s already. I would just buy the Velociraptor. I don't think we're going to get value out of it, but it is a 1-1 buff at least. Otherwise, we'd be freezing 2 things, rolling. Anyway, there's a turtle up there. It's a nasty little turtle, no doubt about that. Let's go. We got there. I thought that was 8. Holy... Nobody thought it could be done. Hey, thanks for watching. I fought for that one. Just the way I will fight for you if elected to student body president. Thanks for watching. Click the like button if you enjoyed it. Help spread the video out into the algorithm. You never know, someone will be at home opening up YouTube about to watch a defunct land video essay and decide, no, I'd like to see the 1375th Super Auto Pets video with no context. Thanks for your support, and I'll see you next time. See ya!